Hi guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about a book that I just finished reading. It is The Emperor's Riddle by Kat Sang. I'm part of a book club, a roving traveling book club called Middle Grade or MG Traveling Book Club, and it's me and a few other booktubers who are, sending this book back and forth between each other, and everybody's giving a review of what they thought of it on YouTube, and I will place their channels and their reviews of this book down below in the description as well. So as for the review, I will do my best not to do spoilers, but I'm not so great at that because I just get so excited sometimes, but I will do my best. So to start off with, it's a middle grade book, like I said, and it's a decently I would say it's a quick read. It took me a while to read it just because I've been, busy doing other things and, life happens. But alas, I finished it and it was pretty good. It was, to me, a little, well, let me tell you about the book first. Basically, it's this girl, her brother, and her mom and her aunt. They all go to China to stay a month in the summer. And her aunt and her mom are from China. And basically they're going to go stay with her uncle in the apartment that they grew up in. And her aunt has a map, there's a legend for treasure, and they go and they look for it, yada yada. Fun ensues. Or suspense or adventure, whatever you want to say. It ensues. First off, I will say, it's a great story, especially for middle grade. And it is predictable, though. I mean, the bad guy, you expect to be the bad guy. It's because, of course, there has to be one if it's a treasure hunt. The outcome, you expect it to be there. And you expect all the relationships to develop the way that they do. And it is extremely predictable. But I guess for middle grade, that's great. I guess middle grades, they don't have to have extreme plot twists and all that stuff for it to be a great book, honestly. So I would have to say my favorite part of the story would be the relationship between the girl and her uncle. She calls her stranger uncle because he lived in, China her entire life. This is the first time she's ever met him. She knew he existed, but she never actually met him. So she's got this very, in the beginning, very shy, doesn't like to talk to him, almost scared of him of sorts. But, as time goes by, they warm up and they have a relationship. And that, even though it's not a huge part of the story, that part of the story really actually stood out to me because I myself have some, family members that I don't get to see very often. And so it hit heartstrings for me. But that was probably my favorite part of the story. As for bad parts, I would say, like I said, the only thing really bad about it is the fact that it is predictable. I do like, there's history in there. Because, they're going after a treasure, so of course there's going to be history behind the treasure, and they hit on, historical monuments, historical places in China, and I love that because it brings, not only is it a good story, but it actually brings historical facts into it, which is totally awesome. That, and of course you're in another culture, which again is really cool. So there's, aspects of the culture in there as well. And, it brings up, and it's not just, as far as the history goes, it's not just like well-known history things. It's, like a lot of people don't know about the Cultural Revolution that it was in China. And so it kind of gives you a hint of that, and it makes you like, whoa, that's interesting. And I actually went to learn more about the cultural history, or the Cultural Revolution, and it was a really interesting time period, I would say. But yeah, great story. Definitely you guys should pick it up. If you've not yet read it, I so suggest that you do. Even, it is a wonderful book. I mean, it was so good. So, alright. That is it for my review, and I didn't give anything away. Yay me! I'm going to pass this on to the next person and we'll see what she thinks. Alright, bye!